Algebra 2, here's chapter 11, which I know we have talked about some, but it won't hurt to talk about it some more. So I started here with the question, is x plus 1 a factor of blah, blah, blah. I checked it with synthetic division. So remember, I put the coefficients of each one, 1, 6, 1, and 30. And then the negative one comes from, is x plus 1 a factor? Remember that minus is always part of the problem, so this becomes a minus 1. So quickly to go over this, we drop the 1 down. 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. So you add, then multiply the 5 times negative 1. Add, multiply, add. No, it's not a factor because we end up with a remainder of 34. If we had a remainder of 0, then the answer would be yes, it is a factor. But since we have any other remainder, the answer is no. Okay, for a bunch of problems in a row, we use this. And so question number 2 said how many positive roots. So I just counted the number of sign changes, and it has 2 sign changes from here to here. And then as we read from left to right only one more time, so it has either 2 or 0. Remember that countdown. 2 or 0 positive roots. Okay, then we ask for the negative. So remember what you do is you plug in a negative 1 and check the signs. We don't need the number, just the sign. So I would get positive, negative, 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 positive. That's 1, 2 sign changes. You read from left to right. So change, same, same, change. So 2 sign changes again means 2 or 0 negative roots. Okay, then it asks for all the possible roots. So I find all the factors of that constant and then all the factors of the leading coefficient, which was 1 here. And I make all the possible fractions. Because that 1 is in the denominator, that's a pretty short list, so I get 1 over 1, 2 over 1, 4 over 1, 8 over 1, the positive and negative of each. And when it says, now find all the factors, then I just start checking all those potential factors. I check them with synthetic division. When I find one, I now switch to using that depressed equation. So you see these numbers here move to the top the next time I check. When you get it down to something squared, so like I did here, I can write that x squared plus 0x minus 4, and I can just factor that to get those last answers. So my complete list was negative 1, 2, negative 2, 2. So kind of tricky, but 2 was in there twice, and the only way we would have figured that out really is by the factoring part. So it's pretty important that when you get down to here, you factor instead of continuing to check with synthetic division. All right. Number 6 just said find all the roots, which is a really lengthy process, but I take it back. Number 6 was, gave me the roots and asked me to multiply it all out. So that's what I did. My 3 numbers that it gave me were 2, negative 4, and 3. So I did x minus 2, x plus 4, x minus 3, and I just multiplied it all out, simplified until I get my final answer. Number 7 is the one that asked me to find all the roots. So I made my list of potential roots. I took all the factors of 3 and all the factors of 4 here, and then I listed all the potential roots here. So 1 over 1, 3 over 1, 1 over 2, 3 over 2, 1 over 2, 3 over 2, 1 over 4, 3 over 4. All my list. And then I started checking them. The first one didn't work, the second one didn't work, the third one didn't work. Finally I got one. Now I started using the depressed equation. When I got it down to squared, I wrote that equation out and factored it and used the quadratic equation to get the last bit. And then finally it ended on kind of an easy note. It was just sketch each one. So linear has a line, quadratic has 1 bump, cubic has 2 bumps, quartic has 3 bumps. It's always 1 less. So quartic means something to the 4th, 3 bumps. Cubic is to the 3rd, 2 bumps. Quadratic is to the 2nd, 1 bump. Linear to the 1st, no bumps. So you will not be asked to do something this elaborate on the exam, but you should especially know how to test if something is a factor. That's probably the most important part. So remember that synthetic division.